recording?
Yes,
Yes.
principal. Let me see. It's starting now.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. This is the agenda of the webinar today. We will start, as we do in all context webinars, with a very short introduction of context network. Then we will see 5 programs that offer funding opportunities for SMEs to develop innovative products, which are Galactica, Elite, Inno4Cop, EIC Accelerator, and Smarties. And finally, 3 SMEs will explain their experience in the development of smart textiles, and the SmartX project will present its preliminary results. If you have questions during the presentations, you can write them to the chat, and the speakers will answer them during the time we will dedicate for it at the end of the webinar. As mentioned, the webinar will be recorded, and it will be available at Context website in some days. We will send you an email with the link and also with a short questionnaire that, as always, we kindly ask you to fill, as for us it's very useful to better organize next events, mainly online. So I start with this very short introduction of Context. Context is a European network to connect research and innovation efforts on advanced smart textiles. The definition we use or we take from a smart textile is a functional textile material which interacts actively with its environment, so it responds or adapts to changes in the environment. The aim of Context is to join efforts at European level to facilitate the market uptake of new advanced textile materials by reducing the gap between research and industry. And for this, it's very important to join all the major stakeholders in this process, which are universities, technological centers, industry, and of course, end users. Main facts of Context. We are led by clusters, so I'm representing AEI Textiles, the Technical Textile Cluster in Catalonia. We are the action chair. And the vice chair is Bruno Moujan from the French cluster Tectera. We are set in the framework of COST program from the European Commission. The project lasts 4 years. We started in October 2018. We involved 35 European countries in the European continent, 3 near neighbor countries, and 1 international partner country. The network is formed by more than 250 members, and it's open to all professionals and organizations aiming to contribute to achieve its goal. This is the list of members, so I'm going to pass through. And we are structured in 5 working groups dedicated to final application of advanced textile materials, which are healthcare and medical, automotive and aeronautic, personal protection, building and living, and sports and wearable, and a transversal working group dedicated to dissemination and communication, and with a market pull orientation. Just a quick overview of the activities of Context. So there are several ways that experts can participate. We have the working groups as a meeting point for experts in the textile field or related or complementary fields, both from research but also from the industry. A place to discuss on technological trends. They meet twice a year, and one of the main outputs are the state-of-the-art reports for each one of the final application areas of advanced textile materials. You will find the reports on the Context website. Then we have training schools, which is intensive training from 3 days to 3 weeks on a specific topic. We expect to organize the second training school in summer in Italy, dedicated to textile technologies, with a grant for the trainees provided by Context. Then we have short-term scientific missions They support individual mobility for researchers. Now we have a call open until 31st May. We awarded 5 applications, so there's still place for another one, with a grant of 2,000 euros. And then there is also a call open to participate at an international conferences with a poster or a presentation. And for this, we have grants of 800 euros. Then we have working sessions involving the finals users. And as next activities, of course, we will organize several other webinars and online meetings. But for the in-person meetings, we expect to hold the Smart Textiles International Conference in Motion 2021 in October in Weimar. And just to summarize, Context is a networking tool. Okay, it's open, as mentioned, to all people that is interested in participating from universities, technological centers, industry, and users, etc. Here you have the website. And if you are not involved and you want to, just contact me, and you will be included in the network. Okay. So okay, now we will start with the presentations of the programs. First, Josep Casamada, project manager at AEI Textiles, will present Galactica. Josep, do you want to?
Hello everyone, and thanks for the invite in the Context webinar. I'm Josep Casamada, project manager at AEI Textiles, and we are the coordinators of Galactica project. Galactica project aims to bring together 3 sectors: textile, aerospace, and advanced manufacturing, which currently lacks of exploitation of digital technologies and knowledge between each other. So what we aim with Galactica is to bring those sectors together to generate new added value products and to exploit the smart industry, cross-sector collaboration, and generate new value chains that can increase the competitiveness of European SMEs. For that, the project counts with 3 million euros in financial support for SMEs, distributed in 2 open calls with 2.8 million, travel vouchers, and hackathon prizes. So the Galactica space consists on a first stage of cultivation, where we are organizing several activities, and we will organize more in the future. So for example, online training with webinars. We are running a series of 10 webinars right now. We will launch in the coming months travel vouchers to participate in an intercluster learning expedition and workshop, so that the different sectors can get to know each other. We also organized the first matchmaking yesterday and today. And all those will bring in the community of Galactica into the Galactica community platform. So the matchmaking platform will evolve to have a constant updates of marketplace, of ideas, opportunities, partner search, B2B meetings throughout the Galactica project duration. And we also are organizing hackathons. We organized one that finished last week, where we awarded 50,000 euros in prizes, and we will organize another one by the end of the year. And the idea is to find innovative ideas, innovative concepts that can move forward towards the channel of the call for proposals, where we have 2 main funding lines: one for exploration, the Pioneer Acceleration vouchers, with 20,000 euros maximum budget in financial contribution, and orbital projects, which are aimed at building demonstration projects. All these implementation and exploration and implementation of projects will allow the Galactica community to scale up these new value chains, and we will, at the end of the project, organize an investment forum and coaching where participants can leverage additional funding to scale up their innovations. So moving forward, I want to tell you that the first call for proposals is open. It has a 1.2 million euros budget, and the application deadline is May 19th at 17 hours CEST. There are two funding lines that I will go into some overview of detail. The first one is Pioneer Acceleration. As I mentioned, it's focused at developing a MVP, a minimum viable product, connecting two or more sectors of Galactica, meaning textile, aerospace, advanced manufacturing. Some activities could be developing an MVP prototype, business hypothesis testing, market feedback, and it's open to a single participant, so one SME or startup from EU or UK, although consortium are welcome. The second funding scheme that we have is orbital projects, which are for building and demonstration, so making functional tests in the market with activities on experimentation, technology maturation, standardization, etc. These projects require at least 2 SMEs or startups from EU or UK, so the consortium is mandatory, and as well, we are looking highly cross-sectoral projects. Both programs are open until May 19th, so feel free to apply and look for more information on the Galactica website. Lastly, we have also a call for experts, so in case you are an expert and you are not participating, you can also participate in Galactica by evaluating the different proposals, because everything is going to be evaluated externally. So the application for this is 16th of April, and it's through the same platform, calls.galacticaproject.eu. We are, as the series of webinars that we are organizing in preparation of the first call, the next one is going to be after Easter on April 9th on how to convert bright ideas into business. And here you have the full list of the different webinars. The ones that have passed are already available on the project website. The ones that have not passed, you can register. And finally, the partners of Galactica, we are 10 partners being led by AI Textiles with 3 textile clusters, 3 aerospace clusters, 2 advanced manufacturing clusters, and 2 stakeholders from the innovation ecosystem. And with that said, I would like to thank you all, and I hope I make it in the time.
Yes, just in time. Thank you, Josep. Okay, now it turns to Corina Mollà from ITEX, and she will present the ELITE program. We are not hearing you. You are muted, Corina. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for my presentation. I think it's here. Can you see the presentation?
No.
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 I cannot share my screen.
Okay, don't worry. I will do it for you. Okay. I have your presentation. I use the one you sent me. Okay.
No, here it is, because I have modified some things.
Okay.
Here it is.
Okay.
Now you can see it.
Yes, if you can put it in full screen. Okay, perfect.
Okay,
now.
okay. So
okay.
Thank you very much for inviting me. So I'm going to present the ELITE initiative. This is an initiative funded by the COSME program of the European Union for the competitiveness of the enterprise and small and medium-sized enterprises, the SMEs. And it supports textile, clothing, leather, and footwear SMEs to implement in their businesses, processes, or products disruptive technologies from the research results achieved in many technological areas, such as key-enabled technologies, the KETs, the digital technologies, artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, high-performance materials, and circular economy. But it's not restricted to these topics. So any innovative technology is very welcome to this program. We have now opened the second call for proposals until the 4th April. And why the European Commission has issued this initiative, ELITE, because they want to increase the competitiveness of the SMEs in these traditional sectors, which are the textile, confection, leather, and footwear, where the use of new technologies and the innovative technologies is very restricted, and they face a lot of concurrence from third countries. And also at the same time, they want to promote the European cooperation between SMEs and the providers and owners of new technologies, supporting the technology transfer to the SMEs. And at the same time, to accelerate and improve the uptake of technologies such as the CAD technologies, materials, assistive manufacturing, big data, artificial intelligence in this traditional sector that are not very prone to use them. We are going to select 25 partnerships between SMEs active in the TCLF sectors and owners or providers or innovative technologies throughout the launch of different calls for proposals. We offer the selected projects an incubator program consisting in the financial support of 70,000 euros per project, a tailor-made coaching program in different topics and expertises, depending on the project and their needs and gaps, and the participation in one workshop conference related to the innovation and technology uptake, and one exhibition or trade fair to showcase the project results. And last but not least, the professional links between project partners and other players by organizing networking activities. Who can participate? The eligible partners are SMEs and technology owners or providers. And within this category, we can include research centers, universities, startups, tech companies, or even self-employers if they are able to transfer a technology, so they own a technology. The SMEs must be active in the mentioned sectors, textile, confection, leather, food, and footwear, and be established in the EU 27 and COSME countries, including UK. You can check in the project website which are the COSME countries eligible. But includes the Balkan countries, Turkey, Moldavia, several countries. The proposals must be submitted jointly, and the transnationality is not a must, but will be positively evaluated. The projects, the eligible projects must demonstrate technology transfer from the tech partner to the TCLF SME, and the technology must be within TRL 6 or 7. So technology demonstrated in relevant environment ready to be scaled up at industry production level. The technology implemented in the proposal must be innovative and disruptive for the sectors. It's of the utmost importance, the cooperation between partners, and the improvements may be implemented in processes, products, or businesses. So no matter in which domain you implement the new technology. In the proposal also you must draft your IPR strategy. It's a draft, of course, because if your project is selected, we have within our consortium a legal buffet that will be able to work with you to draft a whole IPR strategy depending on your circumstances.
Corina, sorry, it's 5 minutes already. Please, you need to finish.
Okay, so I'm going to rush up and also the only thing is that you have you can visit our website and check the eligibility criteria, and both partners must be registered in our platform. So that's all.
Thank you, Corina. Okay, now we will follow with Isabel Alfani from LEITAC Technological Center. She will present present the Inno4COP program.
Okay. Hello to everyone. Let me just check if it's working here. Is it fine? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, it's fine.
So first of all, thank you for the invitation, Ariadna. I'm glad to be here for presenting Inno4COVID platform, which is a project for boosting innovation for COVID-19 diagnostic, prevention, and surveillance. I'm Isabella Alfani. I'm head of the health platform at Leitat Technological Center. I'm representing Leitat in this platform, but as you see, I'm not the coordinator. Okay, so at a glance, Inno4COVID is a project that was granted under the Coronavirus Global Response from European Commission last year. And we are granted with 6 million euros during 24 months for granting and granting SMEs only for accelerating the uptake of innovative technologies to tackle COVID-19 and future pandemics. Okay, we are 11 partners. The coordinator is INL, the International Iberian.
Sorry, Itha, sorry, but we are not seeing the full screen. We are seeing the presentation mode.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me try again then. Just a second.
I think it would be better because it's a bit small.
Sure. Let me just confirm if it's working.
Yes, it's okay. Thank you.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry for that. Oh. So I was mentioned that the coordinator is INL, International Iberian Technology Laboratory. Okay, and we are all of these institutions working together and offering our capacities for collaborating and supporting the development of the technologies applied by the SMEs. Okay, so during these 2 years, we have 2 cutoff dates. One we had already passed on November the 30th last year. And we are granting 4 areas, as you can see here. One is innovative diagnostic and screening systems, environmental surveillance, sensor and devices for telemedicine and telepresence, and protective equipment for people and safer public, which I understand that it would be the area of most interest for you here. Okay, so we are funding up to 100K per project, per granted project, 100% of funding. We are offering you to access to specific facilities and infrastructures from the members, but also tailored support and guidance, technical, regulatory, business development, and market introduction strategy, counting with our support, and also media exposure within our channels for disseminating the project. Okay, here we illustrate the process in 5 easy steps for submission your proposal. First, you go to our webpage, which you have the link here for the open call page. Download the guidelines for applicants, where we can find all the details about how to apply and what we are funding. And also you can download the proposal template. You fill in the submission form, upload the template, and submit your proposal by the 30th of April. So you have 1 month from here now. And we have a simple form, which you have an average of maximum 10 pages of proposal. So it's quite a easy proposal content to develop under this call. Okay. For whatever doubt you may have, you can access the help desk, where you can find the email up here on the top of the slide. I'm not the contact point. I'm just a member of the consortium. So I really recommend you to write to help desk to solve any question you may have. I'll be glad to solve any doubt about the Leitat's capacities for supporting you during the project. Okay. I'd like also to highlight here that for the evaluation process, we have one evaluation criteria, which is the added value for the platform to your project. So I highly recommend you to identify your technological need and how we can help you to develop further this issue for you during your project execution. It's not mandatory, but it's a recommendation, so you can also get a better score in this evaluation. Okay. Here I brought you some figures about the first cutoff. So we are highly surprised with the high interest that we recovered during the first cutoff. We received 135 submissions. Okay. And from this, we identified 112 proposals as eligible. 37 passed the threshold, so we got them to interview phase. And after that, we recommend 18 proposals for funding. For this next cutoff date, that we'll have budget for 12 more projects here. So I recommend you to try and to apply for your technology.
5 minutes, okay.
Last but not least, I would like to invite you for the free info session that we are organizing for the 30th of March next week. So here you will have the full information and more than 5 minutes to explain all the details. And we'll be glad to solve any question by then or by the end of this session today if we have time. Okay. Thank you. And that's all from my side.
Thank you, Isa. Okay, now Bruno Mujan from Tectera. He will present the program EIC Accelerator from the European Commission. Bruno?
Yes,
yeah?
I hope you can see my slides.
Okay, now it's not, no, we don't see the full screen.
Okay. So I will try to manage it, but I have 2 screens. It's not so easy. Okay. Where are you?
No, it's the same.
I don't know how to manage that.
Okay, then perhaps put it in normal mode, so the screen is bigger. Yeah.
I will reduce.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think
you
can see my slide. So very happy to be with you today. And today I will present you the EIC program accelerator for SMA fundings. Sorry. First of all, what does EIC means? This is the acronym for European Council of Innovation. This council is part of the pillar called European Innovation, as you can see, and represent a budget of more than 13 billion euro for the 7 next years. So the main focus of this program is innovation at the industrial level, and keywords are ecosystem, local SMEs, and so on. So for those who are familiar with Horizon Europe, it's a continuity of the past program called SME Instrument. So the next slide. Sorry. Yes, perfect. So it's divided into 2 different programs for SMEs and startups, of course. The first one, called Pathfinder, as you can see, is dedicated to disruptive technologies. And the second one, called Accelerator, that we will focus on today, is dedicated to breaking innovation from SMEs and startups. The selection is hard, but you can get up to 2.5 million euros of fundings, I mean subvention, and up to 15 million euros of equity for your company. It's for the accelerator program, and for the Pathfinder, it's only subvention. If you are familiar with the TRL, technology readiness level, you will find the difference between Pathfinder, lower than 4, and accelerator up above 6. You can realize activities like testing, prototyping, validation, demonstrators in real conditions, for example, replication to enter new markets, and so on. So the next slide, it's nothing special to say. The next deadline is the 9th of June for the first short proposal, simplified proposal. Then you have a first selection, and if you're selected, you will have to prepare the full proposal for the 6th of October. The first deadline, not deadline, but the first important date is the 9th of April, and this will be the day of the publication of the call. So you understand that the EIC Accelerator will be published in the near future. Okay, so 2 different calls within EIC Accelerator. The first one is an open call related to circular economy and Green Deal transition. So of course it's fully linked with the European Recovery Plan launched in May last year. And once again, I have to say that the selection is very hard and you must have a game-changing and market-creating innovation. On the left-hand side, you can read all topics that you may address in your proposal. As you can see, it's dealing with energy, recycling, waste management, food, smart mobility, and so on. And on the right-hand side, you can see specific topics. The European Commission considers that at least 50% of the companies selected for the second phase must have submitted proposals relating to one of the following areas on the right. So I will go deeper into the second and third ones. So the second one is deep renovation of buildings. So it means breakthrough innovations that accelerate the growth of the deep renovation markets to increase the energetic and environmental performance of residential, commercial, and public buildings. Also, bundling energy supply and or demand through innovative technologies and operating strategies, proposing building embedded energy generation and storage solution and financial scams or business models. The third one is about low carbon industry and breakthrough innovation contributing to the decarbonization of energy intensive industries, including solutions on electrifications, circularity, and industrial symbiosis industrial processes. So use of carbon capture storage or utilization technologies or the digitalization of industrial processes. And you see that textile industry could or should propose solutions for such challenges.
5 minutes. We're at to 5 minutes, Bruno.
Yes, so only one slide, very fast. Once again, we focus on breakthrough innovation and wordings that should be highlighted are economic recovery and resilience plan. So you easily understand that the link with the European initiative to fight pandemics is more than crucial, and you can definitely speak about smart textile for this call. However, you shall focus on ITRL technology of smart textiles and build a project that address the global challenges I present you on these slides. So thank you very much. And have a good day.
Thank you, Bruno. Okay, and the final program is Smarties that will be presented by Florian Sora from EBN.
Yeah, hello everyone. It's really a pleasure for me to be here and following all the great presentations that we had. It's really a competition for us to get the startups, and we hope that we will present you something interesting also with Smarties. I'm Florian Sora from European Business Innovation Centers Network, and we are one of the partners of Smarties. We are not the coordinators ourselves. So maybe context to tell you about Smarties. Of course, it's a digital innovation hub, an acceleration program from European Union, and we have different objectives, and one of them is to assure digitalization, digital transformation in European companies, European companies that are startups, SMEs, or mid caps. We have different partners. We have technological centers and business partners that can help companies in digitalizing their products, or also textile products. We are supporting the companies with a grant of 100K, and that 100K, it's technological services in order to integrate technology in their products, and business support services. The ideal applicant are industrial companies already having a business consolidated and with revenues. We have different sectors, and textile is one of them. Just to show you the technological services that we are providing, we have different technologies around flexible and wearable electronics with different TRL from 4 to 7, and we are expecting that the final product to be commercialized at the end of the experimentation period. Just a slide to show you how is the 100,000 euros split. So it's 60,000 euros on the technology supply, and then 20K for the company in order to subcontract other technological or business services that are not included in the project, and 20K also on business support services provided by the program. We have two more cutoff dates. One it's in May, and the other one it's in August. We are really encourage you to send an application proposal. We still have to select around 15 companies between these two cutoff dates. I'm putting just some slides for you to see how the flexible electronics can be integrated in logistics, building, health, and also textile. We had, you see here on the top right page, products that were integrated in textile in order to measure asthma, or in order to measure health conditions in patients, for example. And the topics are experimentation, so basically building a new product from an existing one, so integrating technologies, OLED, flexible displays, organic photovoltaics in textiles, and creating a new product for that reason. Or if the company has already textile that it's integrating technology, we are supporting the company in manufacturing new end products. Just to tell you that we are supporting the company between 9 and 12 months to integrate the technology and with the business support. The application form is quite simple, 5 pages document with different sections, a summary that will be public, and then all the others, concept, implementation, and impact. Of course, we are not disclosing that, but the summary has to be open to anyone, because we are also integrating different partners that can support the company. Then how to do it? You can check the website that we have. You can check the technical marketplace. We also have application deadline, and we are inviting you to register through a software that we have at Smarties in order to send the application. We are selecting the companies between couple of weeks after. This is the process of selection, so the company can register to the application online. And then
Florian, it's 5 minutes.
I'm finishing. Yes. So just to tell you that, yeah, the process is set. You can check online the processes that I invited you to do. If it's too complicated, you can also contact me for more information. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now it's turn to Ina Raw Fabrics presentation. It will be done by Delphine Bialeton from the company SATAP.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Sorry, we have our mask.
Okay.
I still
No
have my.
problem.
Did you see the picture correctly?
Yes, yes, we can see it. Perfect. Yes,
So
you
morning.
can. Yes, you can start. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Marc Piolet. I'm in charge of the sales in SATAP company.
And Delphine Bialeton, I'm a textile engineer and I'm in charge of the innovation at SATAP.
So, do you want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So SATAP is European leader in narrow fabrics. We're 100% integrated, weaving, knitting, braiding, and enabling narrow fabrics. We're a family business. We're around 200 people, and we have a wealth of expertise in many varied fields, markets. As you will see just after, we propose a technical assistance in order to define each project of our customers. And we have the ability to mix tradition, modernity, and innovation. And we are based close to Saint-Étienne in France. So we are an essential partner for textile for all innovative products.
Okay, so we think that the ribbons can become a link between two worlds, the textile and the electronic. It's a new way of thinking, and in our textile is something SATAP has been studied for more than 5 years. E-ribbons are invisible, but they are essential for textile and e-electronics textile. SATAP can play in the field of sport, medical or air transport, construction, and PPE with many applications. So there is some example after. Yes. So we have made already connected braids, ribbon, webbing, rigid or stretch solution, power and or data link transmission, highlighting solution with LEDs or electroluminescence, yarn of RFID, cell integrated, and switch solution, and also sensor. We have some example to show you, and we try to show you a video.
Yeah, really quick video. I will just hold on. I would just try to share it. I don't think it works. I try to share my laptop video. Oh yeah, okay, it's okay. Do you see the picture with the SATAP logo?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
We try.
So SATAP is a French manufacturer, as we specialize in narrow textile, and we are bringing our know-how and innovation to the first cyclist protection, big harness, in order to protect the cyclists. It can allow us to light on for stop function, to indicate right or left, directly on one cyclist or family of cyclists. It has been made with iMobi. It's a partnership that we have developed with this company. So it allows, we are directly integrated inside webbing the conductive technology, conductive yarns. So if you want to innovate, we have a full range of solutions with many different tracks in order to send the signal or power from a point A to a point B. Another example is this zip that we have developed with a Genius company based in France. As you can see, it's an on-off switch function directly integrated in a textile app. So it allows, for example, to connect it to Bluetooth with a smartphone application. So if something is open or something is closed. Also have developed LED piping highlights in order to LEDs directly inside the textile. Also electroluminescence piping application. So it's just examples.
Sorry, Mark, the sound is not really good. I don't know if it's related to the sound of the video or...
I just finished the video.
Okay.
Sorry for the sound. Maybe the sound was really a little bit high. Just to come back on the PowerPoints.
Okay, so the different markets and so we say PPE, sports, transport, building and medical.
And about the market, we are right now on the fashion business, packaging, consumer, home, industry, and else. But as you can see, there is really a full range of markets on which you will need to connect one point to another point through a textile solution.
The ribbon solution.
Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. Thanks.
Thank you for the invitation.
Okay, thanks to you for the presentation. Okay, now we move to Tech School. It will be presented by Klaus Richter from ITP in Germany.
Mrs. Dittrell, there was a slight change. I'm Wolfram Hartranft. I will present for Mr. Richter instead.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so let me try to share my screen. Can you see the presentation?
No.
Yeah. How about now?
Now it's okay.
Okay, great. So, good morning. As I said, I'm Wolfram Hartranft. I'm a project engineer at the ITP in Germany, and I want to share with you our story about the international project Tech School, which was about developing a textile cooling system based on the Peltier effect. First of all, for this project, we used the funding format ERA SME, which is short for International Research Activities by Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. This means that although it was a Spanish-German corporation, the funding was done by the respective national states and government agencies. And the project period was from the 1st of January 2019 to the December the 31st, 2020. Our team consisted of 4 institutes and enterprises. The first one was ACIMA, who is a Spanish developer and producer of 3D spacer fabrics. The second one was the Leitha Technology Center from Spain as well. They are an application-oriented research partner for a variety of topics. The third partner was from Germany, the Leibniz Institute of Photonic Technologies. Their focus lies in the field of semiconductor materials and thin film technologies. And lastly, the fourth partner was us, the ITP. We are a developer of smart textile solutions, which means we are working with textile materials as well as the electronic components necessary. So the goals of our project were, on the one hand, to develop a layered system with thermoelectric properties, especially with a focus on a cooling application. Of course, we also had to apply this system to a 3D spacer fabric. Then, of course, we had to prove the functionality of the system by determining various thermoelectric properties, like the temperature difference we could reach. And lastly, we also developed the necessary electronics for controlling and regulating the system we created beforehand. During the project, every member had specific tasks. So for Esima, as a developer and producer of textiles, their task was to develop and provide various 3D spacer fabrics for the other partners. Leitert took care of the development of the protective coating and established concepts for upscaling the processes. The IPHT took care of the thermoelectric coatings of the 3D spacer fabrics and tested their functionality, while the ITP developed the electronics and the heat dissipation system, and we were also responsible for distributing various samples between the partners. During the project, we had regular web meetings and a permanent exchange of samples and findings between the partners to keep everyone up to date. The Spanish partners also visited the German partners in 2019. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, the reverse visitation, so to say, did not take place yet. So what were our results of this project? First of all, we were successful in implementing a laboratory-scaled process for the coating of the samples. And we also proved the functionality of the system we developed. So on the bottom left, as a small example, you can see one of those Peltier elements. It's just a laboratory sample. We applied the current of 300 milliamperes to this element, and we reached a temperature difference, although we are not quite where we wanted to be yet. Lastly, we were also successful in developing an electronic device for controlling and regulating the temperatures and electrical currents in our Peltier elements. A small outlook. For this project is, on the one hand, the partners, even after finishing the project, we are still interested in optimizing and industrializing our results, so that at some point we can, for example, integrate them into mattresses or vests or jackets. We are also interested in transferring our results onto different applications. So, for example, to create thermoelectric generators by using the reverse effect.
Wolfram, you're right to 5 minutes.
Yes, I will be finished in a second. And the partners also plan further cooperations and follow-up projects based on our results. So thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. And we arrived to the last presentation. It's the SmartX preliminary results that will be done by Judith Bosk from the ITP.
Hi everyone, can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know if you're able to see it now. Presentation mode?
No presentation mode. Okay, now. Yes, perfect.
Now? Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Okay, so thank you, Ariana, for giving me the opportunity to present you to all the preliminary results of the SmartX project that just started last year. And well, I'm Judith Bosk, I'm the coordinator of the project, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of what we have achieved during the project and some conclusions that we are taking after the 2 years of the project. So, well, first of all, SmartX is a 3 years collaborative project that has received funding from the Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Program. And the idea is to support smart textiles manufacturing value chain in Europe and via acceleration funding and coaching. We are a consortium of 13 partners from 7 different EU countries. So, okay, the project is targeting smart textiles, and we define smart textiles inside the project as a textile fiber or based product providing a smart function based on an integrated electronic component. The idea to target that market is that because based on some graphic and research, the smart textiles market is expected to reach 1 million in 2025. So we really wanted that European SMEs reach that exponential graphic. And the target markets for the project were sports and protection, industrial, and health and well-being. Well, I mean, the objective of the project, what we wanted to achieve is that we want to create an innovation ecosystem for smart textiles, that we are doing it via the community platform that I will talk later on. And as well, this is the main goal of the project. We wanted to find innovation projects to fund them in the manufacturing value chain. And as well, we wanted to coach them from the application to the exploitation results. The third point, and not less important than the rest, is to improve the coaching competences of the clusters and to help the SMEs to provide local and regional support. And also, as well as a fourth point, the idea is to replicate the program even as a coaching model or as a cascading funding model in different sectors and at a regional level as well. So well, the core part of the project is the 3 open calls, and we didn't expect the succeed that we had, because we received during the 3 calls 301 expressions of interest from 26 different countries, and we received a total of 115 applications. Resulting here, you have a little bit more specific what happened in each call, but I'm going to go to the final results. And we funded in total 25 projects composed by 51 SMEs. And we awarded those SMEs with 2.35 million. So moving forward to other activities that we are doing, we have organized around 20 events, including workshop, webinars, and we had more than 1,000 participants in those events. And as well, this is where, because it's an activity that it's continuing, I wanted to stop here in the community platform. We have already more than 800 registered users, and I really encourage all of you to register, because you can find business opportunities. We have created inside the program a self-assessment tool where you can see your strengths and weaknesses of your company in the smart textile sector, obviously. And as well, there is the opportunity to share information, presentations about your company with the idea and the goal to find business partners. And as well, this is quite important as well, we are doing a series of webinars each 3 weeks, more or less 6 weeks, really focus on smart textiles, and they are just for community members. So moving forward, the lessons learned from the SmartX project, I mean, the target market is full promising. I mean, smart textiles and IoT is a full promising market across Europe, because we receive 301 expressions of interest targeting those markets. The program of the IMNOSUB lump sum funding plus coaching activities as a model is highly attractive for all the SMEs. I mean, as you have seen, I mean, the success rate is at 22%. So, I mean, the demand of funding is higher than the money we receive to spread over Europe. And as well, I mean, the idea of having clusters promoting those programs and reaching SMEs, it's as well a great point that we have seen looking at the results of the project. And as well, well, the coaching activities, they really add value to the SMEs, not even if they get funded, that they go to the replication part, but as well to the application coaching. We realize that most of the SMEs learn a lot. And
5 minutes, Judith.
More or less in time, I'll finish my presentation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So we finished with the last presentation. So I want to first of all thank you all the speakers and to having respected the time. I know that it's very short, but we wanted to have a very dynamic session. And I do not see questions in the chat. I think there are no questions. However, we have 5 minutes, so if someone has a question, please raise your hand or write it in the chat. Okay, I see some questions. A moment. Okay, there is a question. Are any of the funding tools available for Moroccan SMEs? Is a question for the presenters of the programs.
For COVID, it's not eligible for outsiders, the EU. Sorry.
Yeah, for Galactica is the same. It's only eligible EU27 plus UK.
For SmartX, it's EU countries and associated countries.
Okay.
For Elite, it's EU27 plus UK plus COSME countries.
And the same for EIC.
Okay, so sorry, Navio, but in these programs, there are no funding tools for SMEs in your country. I have the question if it's possible to get the presentations. Okay, I will confirm with all the speakers. Okay, and I will send a link to download the ones that can be shared. And there is a question regarding EIC, sorry, which projects are eligible for the accelerator? There is any specific program? Bruno?
Sorry, I was not correctly connected. Can you repeat the question?
Okay,
Sorry.
yes. Corina is asking, which projects are eligible for the accelerator? There is any specific program?
Which projects? All kind of projects that are led by an SME, and it's an industrial project only. So I don't know if I answer the questions.
No, but
I'm not sure.
I understood that only the previous project funded by FED programs, the Open FED, are eligible for the accelerator. And I have a doubt because we have an idea, but it has not been previously received funds from these programs. So I wanted to know if there is any restriction.
No restrictions for that. You can submit a proposal even if you are not received funds from the FED program or something else.
Corina, I think that what you mentioned is for the EIC transition.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
There are 3 programs in the EIC: EIC Pathfinder, EIC Transition that I didn't talk about, and EIC Accelerator. And to have the EIC Transition program, which is something very specific, you must address a lot of criteria, including the one you mentioned.
Okay, yes, that's fine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so it seems that there are no more questions, so we will close on time. Again, thank you to the speakers and for the attendance. We hope that this webinar has been interesting for you. So, bye-bye.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.